Good people, it's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? I'm doing well. So listen, I had to jump on real quick to talk about the president. He gave a speech. He's all up in arms about this bill they're trying to pass. They want him to sign off on, and he's explaining to us why we should be alarmed about the funding of the bill. Okay, so we know they're trying to pass this COVID relief, and they have allocated $600 for the American public. Some people are upset. They're saying that's not enough. Some people are saying it doesn't matter to them. They don't need it. Whatever the case may be, we know there are several families that have been affected by this pandemic, and they need assistance, okay? And this is why I encourage us to keep trying every way that we can to establish our own businesses, to gain our own money, so that we are not reliant upon corrupt politicians to assist us, okay? Because in this bill that President Trump was nice enough to break down for us, you're going to see them roll out millions of dollars to foreign countries, okay? And during this time of civil unrest, of course, this is something that's going to, perk up everyone's attention and make our ears stand up, because we're trying to figure out, with so many Americans starving, why is Congress trying to pass bills that help other countries? What we are witnessing is something called log rolling, basically. It's where they trade favors with each other's politically to get their bills passed. So it's not exactly that they're tying this money to foreign aid. It's just sort of what kind of happens in the background. Pakistan in particular, if you just look at the history between Pakistan and the U.S., first of all, Pakistan was the one that was hiding Osama bin Laden. Among other atrocities, they hide war criminals. But, what do we expect? This very religious place, under the guise of religion, suppresses its people, okay? That's why we're giving supposedly millions of dollars towards gender programs, because they don't know how to treat their women, but they certainly know how to hide criminals. But they are an ally because of where they are located. If we were to go to war against Russia, we would need them. That's why they get our money. No, even though this is an Islamic country, that star and crescent moon definitely is Lucifer worship, okay? The crescent is the mother goddess and the star is Lucifer. So you put that together. One thing I love about living in DC is reading the history about it. So in this bill, they, of course, are allocating funds to the schools and the museums. The museums are important because they retain history. But one of the museums that get money is the Smithsonian, which has some of the most amazing artifacts in its possessions, like the Hope Diamond, right? But I thought it was interesting that the Smithsonian was actually built on a donation by a duke that was from Britain. That's right. And supposedly he never even came to America, but he donated all this money to get this museum started, the Smithsonian. So it's named after him, actually. And they said that Alexander Graham Bell actually went to Italy when Mr. Smithson died. He went to Italy and dug up his bones and stuff and brought them back to the America and had them buried at the Smithsonian. If this is not a ritual, so this is such an appropriate place for that Hope Diamond, because that's cursed as well. So the thing I thought was interesting, though, besides all of that, is that the Smithsonian, they do research, y'all. It's not just a place you go and look at amazing things. They do research on all kinds of topics, including the universe, black matter, energy, the stars. Interesting, don't you think? And they want to build 2 new museums, one for women's history and one for Latino history. So I guess every racial demographic needs its own museum in America because we are very segregated here. That's why we're not united at all. Of course, the good people of the Congress made sure to put in there plenty of billions and billions of dollars for vaccinations. That's right, y'all. They want to make sure that everyone gets that good, I mean that good in their system. But speaking of which, remember the other day when alleged president-elect select to be Biden was taking the vaccination? Y'all, he came to the hospital dressed in all black like an omen. But did y'all catch the name on the wall behind there? It was Christiana Care. If you break that down, that is the follower of Christ, which is the follower of light, which is the follower of Lucifer. But did y'all know that this hospital is tied into Delaware? And do y'all know the significance of what occurs in Delaware with Biden? I can't say it because I really don't want nobody knocking on my door. It's a villain in Batman, I think it's Batman, called Black Mask. And he's basically the crime lord, okay? He is the leader of organized crime. It's a lot of history behind that Black Mask. And trust me, when y'all president-elect is wearing it, he's sending you the bat signal. So read up on the Black Mask character. And then you'll know what role that Uncle Joe is playing for y'all good people of the Americas. See that 5-pointed star in the background? Now they're going to tell you that's the flower that is the state flower for Delaware. But we know better, don't we? We know that when it comes to symbology, there's always more than one layer. Nothing is surface only. There's multitude of layers to one item that you can view, okay? And when you're reading, when you're decoding, you want to look at it all. So this picture, what are they telling you? What are they telling you about the Black Mask character here taking the vaccination in light of what I just explained to you about the character in Batman? Y'all, it's alleged that President 45 has doubles, okay? And depending on what message they want to send to the people that decode is the person that shows up. And many people have made many videos on this. I'm not going to go into that because I don't fully buy into that theory, but it is an interesting one nonetheless. He does wear different ties for different messages. I have noticed that. So Red Tie Trump is telling us now that he is going to probably oppose this bill. He doesn't think that the funding to the American people is appropriate, and he's calling for a higher number. And also, he said at the end of the clip, or the next administration will have to do a better bill, and that next president might be me. Red tie Trump symbolizes he's up for a fight. He's ready to fight. He's feeling aggressive. He's not backing down. He's ready to go toe to toe. Okay, because red is all about passion. So he's feeling very strongly that he's not signing off on this bill. Of course, as usual, it's the American people that are suffering because, you know, while they are so gung-ho to give all of the millions of dollars away to things that really don't matter at the end of the day, but can't feed the American public, is shameful for all of these politicians. It's all shameful. And I'm not even a supporter of Trump versus a supporter of Biden because I believe that they are both the same evil. It's just like any wavelength. There are two ends to the wavelength and then there's a middle. That's how I see politicians. It's just one wavelength. Okay? I don't see them as two separate entities at all. Giving millions of dollars to museums that are closed and will remain closed for the foreseeable future is bizarre enough. But what was really bizarre was all of the millions of dollars allocated to the study of fish off the Gulf of Mexico, fish in Connecticut, fish in Asia. I don't know. But let me tell y'all something. When they give money to the water, they're paying to the sea goddess. And they are trying to discover, hide, or benefit whatever is going on underwater. Believe me, that's a whole other world down there. So, no, I don't think they're just studying fish. I don't. I think they're probably studying the Namo. That's what I think. They're probably cleaning up the underworld down there. They say that's where Atlantis sunk, that all of the former reincarnations of Earth may have sunk into the waters. Yeah, y'all. So lots of bizarre funding going on. I mean, they have in this bill, they want to allocate to businesses like the ability to write off more for corporate dinners. Okay, so everyone's making a joke now. We have a 3 martini rule. But honestly, so many businesses have closed. They can't even afford to give Christmas bonuses, gifts, or have corporate meals, except the people at top. Because always in these kind of wars, the rich get richer. Time for today, as always, Om Shrim Rezi.